There is a stillness that settles over the world when winter arrives, a quiet hush that invites us to turn inward and seek the warmth of home. Outside, the air is crisp and perhaps dusted with the white silence of snow. But inside, a different kind of season blooms. It is a season defined not by the weather, but by the feeling we cultivate within our walls, a feeling of heritage, of memory, and of a timeless embrace that transcends the passing years. This is the time when we return to the roots of comfort, finding beauty in the rustic and the raw, creating a sanctuary that feels as though it has held the spirit of Christmas for generations. Welcome to ViDesign. It is a joy to have you here with us as we journey into the heart of the home. If you find peace in these visual stories and wish to fill your life with more timeless inspiration and soulful design, we gently invite you to subscribe and join our community of dreamers and creators. The philosophy we explore today is one of nostalgic warmth, a celebration of the traditional farmhouse spirit that speaks the language of the holidays in its most authentic form. It is not about perfection or pristine surfaces. Rather, it is about the honest beauty of natural textures and the emotional resonance of color. We are drawing upon a palette that feels deeply familiar, the deep, forest greens of evergreen boughs and the rich, heartening crimsons of classic plaid. These are colors that do not shout, but rather whisper stories of the past, wrapping the home in a visual blanket of comfort. The aesthetic is grounded in the earth, utilizing wood, firelight, and greenery to bridge the gap between the wild beauty of nature and the sheltered coziness of human dwelling. Texture plays a vital role in crafting this atmosphere, serving as the tactile language of the season. Soft layers of textiles are essential, transforming ordinary corners into inviting retreats. One can imagine sinking into a space where cushions clad in red and green tartan offer a rough yet comforting embrace, their patterns evoking memories of family gatherings and quiet winter evenings. These fabrics, with their woven history, soften the edges of wooden furniture and bring a sense of softness to the rustic architecture. It is the interplay of the coarse weave of a blanket against the smooth, worn grain of a vintage bench that creates a sensory depth, inviting the hand to touch and the soul to rest. Light in this narrative is less about illumination and more about emotion. The harsh glare of the modern world is banished in favor of a soft, amber glow that dances and flickers. Candlelight becomes the heartbeat of the room, with tall tapers and small tea lights scattered across surfaces like captured stars. This living light reflects off the patina of old objects, catching the glint of a ceramic jar or the dull shine of an antique tin. There is a magic in the way firelight interacts with pine garlands, casting long, dancing shadows that make the space feel intimate and enclosed, a protective circle against the winter night. The glow of fairy lights, woven discreetly through wreaths and branches, adds a layer of enchantment, suggesting that even the simplest natural elements hold a spark of wonder. Greenery is the lifeblood of this design story, bringing the vitality of the outdoors into the warmth of the interior. Pine garlands, thick and fragrant, drape heavily over mantels and weave through banisters, their scent mingling with the aroma of cinnamon and wood smoke. These are not manicured decorations, but wild, organic expressions of the season, perhaps accented with clusters of red berries or pine cones gathered from the forest floor. Wreaths hung in windows act as portals, framing the snowy view outside while confirming the safety and warmth inside. The presence of this living greenery serves as a reminder of life's persistence through the winter, a grounding element that connects the home to the rhythm of the earth. Gathering spaces become the focal point of this nostalgic journey, where the act of coming together is elevated by the setting. A table set for the season is more than a place to eat. It is a canvas of hospitality. Here, a runner of tartan fabric might stretch across the wood, grounding a centerpiece of flickering candles and evergreen sprigs. Vintage crockery, perhaps mismatched and showing the gentle wear of time, speaks of meals shared and stories told. The clink of silverware and the murmur of conversation seem to linger in the air, supported by the warm, rustic surroundings. It is in these details, the specific curve of an old chair, the rough texture of a pinecone place setting, that the true spirit of the holiday is found. It is a spirit of generosity and simple abundance. Even the functional areas of the home are touched by this festive grace. Open shelving becomes a display of seasonal cheer, where everyday items are joined by sprigs of holly or a velvet ribbon tied around a jar. The aroma of baking often fills these spaces, complementing the visual warmth with a scent that triggers the deepest memories of childhood. A kitchen island might play host to a small, potted evergreen or a bowl of vintage ornaments, bridging the gap between utility and beauty. It is a reminder that the holiday spirit is not confined to the formal areas, but lives in the quiet, working heart of the house, where love is often expressed through the making of food and the brewing of tea. Quiet nooks and corners offer a different kind of luxury, the luxury of solitude and reflection. A window seat piled high with plaid throws becomes a vantage point for watching the snow fall, a private observatory where one can be alone with one's thoughts. Here, the design elements are distilled to their essence. A single glowing lantern, a garland tracing the window frame, and the comfort of soft fabric. It is a place to read, to dream, or simply to be, surrounded by the gentle embrace of the farmhouse aesthetic. The light here is often dimmer, more subdued, allowing the blue hour of twilight to mingle with the warm interior glow, creating a moment of perfect suspension between day and night. Transitions between spaces are marked not by walls, but by a continuity of feeling. A hallway might be adorned with a simple runner and a series of wreaths, guiding the journey through the home with a repetition of the red and green motif. The wooden floorboards, worn smooth by years of footsteps, echo the rustic theme, grounding the design in history. Every view from one space to the next is framed by these elements of comfort. A glimpse of a lit tree through a doorway, the sight of stockings hung with care, the inviting curve of a staircase dressed in pine. The home flows as one cohesive story, a narrative of warmth that unfolds with every step. Take a moment to unwind as we explore a variety of decor ideas and inspirations. Let the cozy music set the mood while we create a warm and inviting atmosphere together. As we move deeper into this sanctuary, we find that the most personal spaces are treated with the same reverence for tradition. Sleeping quarters are transformed into cocoons of serenity, where the rustic charm is softened for rest. Bedding in classic patterns layers the space with warmth, while the soft light of a bedside candle replaces the harshness of overhead lamps. A garland placed above a headboard acts as a crown of nature, bringing the scent of the forest into dreams. It is a design choice that prioritizes peace, creating an environment where the mind can truly disconnect from the noise of the world and find restoration in the quiet beauty of the season. The centerpiece of this entire aesthetic, the tree, stands as a beacon of the holiday spirit. In this traditional farmhouse narrative, the tree is not dressed in modern glitz, but in the soulful ornaments of the past. Wooden stars, handmade decorations, and ribbons of red flannel adorn the branches, each piece telling a story. It is a celebration of the imperfect and the handmade, where the value lies not in the shine, but in the sentiment. Wrapped gifts nestled beneath are covered in simple paper and tied with twine or fabric, echoing the humble, grounded philosophy of the home. The tree becomes a gathering point, a source of light and joy that radiates outward, touching every corner of the room with its magic. Ultimately, this design journey is about creating a feeling of belonging. It is about constructing a space that feels as though it has always been this way, a timeless refuge that welcomes us back to the things that matter most. The red and green plaid, the pine, the wood, and the candlelight are merely the tools we use to build this atmosphere. The true essence lies in the emotions they evoke, the sense of safety, the warmth of nostalgia, and the quiet joy of the season. Thank you for walking through this vision with us. We hope it has sparked a light of inspiration within you, encouraging you to embrace the rustic, the traditional, and the deeply cozy in your own sanctuary. Until we meet again, may your home be a place of warmth and your days be filled with peace.